Ooh, she looking real nice. Very nice. Ooh. Boom. Stop. Pow. We got the fenders for the rear, and then in this box we got the fenders for the front. These should look really good. They're like an off-road look, so I will be putting the link to these two items in the description below. We're gonna grab these, and then we're gonna start driving to my other place. We already got the Wrangler over there, and then we're gonna get started with that. I'm gonna unwrap the parts when we get over there, and then I'll show you guys how everything looks. A little cold start. A little cold start for the boys. Good old radar. Don't get them tickets. Yeah, she's a little loud. She sound good though. You go under the bridge and you let it bang. Just made it to my other place. We already got the Jeep right over here. So what we're gonna be replacing is gonna be this piece right here, this piece, and then it's gonna be this whole section, including all of this. All of this is gonna come out. We're gonna replace this whole big piece right there. So we're gonna start prepping up everything, and then take out all the tools that we need, and I'll show you guys what you would need to take all of this apart and put it all back together. Here is fairly simple. The front is a little bit more complicated because you got to remove this whole piece. So what we're going to use is going to be, we got an electric ratchet, an extension, and then a size 6 Allen. So we're going to start with the rears first because those are the easiest ones that we can start off with. So we're going to take each one of those out. I forgot to mention as well, in the inside of the fender liner on the other side, there's going to be these nuts. So it goes all the way around. So just stick your hand under and hold them and just loosen them. They shouldn't be that tight. All right, so we just finished unboxing the fenders. So these are the new ones. As you can see, side-by-side comparison to the one side I had originally. These are a lot tougher, that's for sure, because they're completely full out of metal. Well, these are plastic. Here's my brother holding it. As you can see, it's really good quality stuff, and it's completely powder coated. And then this is the hardware that it brought. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna set this in place and put everything back on and see how everything fits. We just finished up doing the rears. We're gonna continue the front tomorrow, and then we'll show that process. This is pretty much how it came out. It's kind of a bitch to get those Allen bolts on because the way this fender is shaped is pretty difficult to get a socket in there. So you kind of just gotta manhandle it. And then over here on this side, same thing. I like the look of it. It looks really good. Definitely makes the Wrangler look a lot higher off the ground. It looks way more aggressive than the OEM ones. So tomorrow we're gonna do the front, get rid of these things, and put all metal ones. All right, so we're back again today, day number 2. So we're gonna finish up the front fenders. Also, a brand new shifter came in for the Jeep as well. So we got that in there. The bushings on this shifter are pretty much fucking shot. Like, it's complete garbage. Well, my brother's gonna be working on the shifter assembly. I'm gonna get started with this, with the fenders. It's the same shit as the rears, is all Allens, and then we're gonna unbox the big box for the front fenders. We got the fender that was on it off. We got that right there on the floor. And then I just finished unboxing this. So pretty much now what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this whole assembly right here. You come up here up front by where the light is at. So you're gonna have those bolts right there that you can see, these, and it goes all the way up. It looks like it's only 3 of them right here, and then you got some of these on top, and also some over here on the sides. And then we're gonna loosen all that out, and then the rest of this assembly should come right out. All right, so we're back. I pretty much got this whole side disassembled. I got all the bolts out from the underside, and for the air box as well. So this is completely loose. And we also cut the wire that was for the turn signal. We cut that wire and then pulled it through here. And then there's gonna be this little box right here. This is gonna have 2 bolts on this side and 1 bolt on the other side. I had to pull the battery out because I gotta reach a bolt that it's just 1 bolt that goes into there that's holding the fender, and then same thing on the other side. In terms of the shifter assembly, my brother got that done. It's way better than what the original one was. Like, cause I'll show you guys right now in a second, but this is super notchy. It just goes right into gear. There it goes into 3rd, 4th, and then you got 5th. And the neat thing about this shifter is it has a reverse lockout. The old one didn't. So for example, you're in 5th and you try to put in reverse, it throws it into 4th. And that's like really neat because that saves you a lot. So you don't just throw the car into reverse and grind the fuck out of it. So yeah. For the old one, as you can see inside of there, the bushing is completely ripped. So the bushing is completely ripped. So pretty much this thing was legit staying in place because it was just grabbing the gear, pretty much it. But as you can see, it's fucking completely wobbly. And then we got the old shift boot, it's completely torn. And then the one that goes on top of it was also in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, because it was getting melted.
Yeah,
because of the hot air.
Yeah, it was getting melted because of the hot air that was coming through here. But yeah, that's crazy. I knew the bushing was fucked, but there wasn't a bushing. So yeah. So pretty much that was the process that we did for today. We got the shifter completely done. Now we just got to do the rest of the 2 fenders, finish up with that, take apart the rest of the bolts, pull the battery out, get that last bolt out for the right side, and get that fender out. We're going to continue tomorrow, day 3. Everything's coming out really smooth. We're taking our time with everything, and then we're going to wire up everything tomorrow. So peace out, guys. All right, welcome back. This is day 3 because we're taking our time with this shit. So already got the air box loose, and then we got the wiring for the day running lights and the turn signals. So the headlights, we cut that off. We already pulled the wires all the way through the fender back into the engine bay. So we're practically done with this fender. All we gotta do is take off these 2 bolts right here, and then there's gonna be 1 hidden in the back right here, and then we're gonna pull out the battery, because behind the battery there's 1 bolt holding the fender right there, and then all of this should come right out, and then we'll get started on this side. So let's get to it. After taking the rest of the bolts out and the clips, we already got this whole side out. Here's the whole fender that we just took out. It's a pretty big piece. I mean, as you can see, like a bunch of stuff latches on to it. But we got that off. Now we're gonna get started on the other side. So let's get to it. Since we got the fender out, we have to cut out the inner fender that's pretty much welded onto this piece, and then bolt that back up, and then the new fender sits right over it. So my brother is gonna be cutting out the inside of that, and then I'm gonna get started on the other side. All right, so we're back. Pretty much we already got all of this mocked up. We got this side mounted. Tomorrow we're just gonna continue the wiring and then bolting everything up that goes in the inside, and then finish up this side that we still got left, and then mount the reservoir, the fuse box, and just mount everything back up and then do the wiring as well. The other thing is we're gonna have to figure out a way for this gap, because there's a gap right here. We gotta see what we could use so we can seal that up so no dirt and debris gets into the engine bay, because we have the intake box that sits right here, so that wouldn't be a really good thing. So we're gonna figure something out for that. That is day 3. We'll see you guys tomorrow, day 4. Welcome back, guys. This is day number 4. Pretty much right now I'm gonna take out the intake, because I'm gonna put the box back in and bolt it back onto the inside fender well, and then we're gonna get started on this side and mount everything up. Everything should come out pretty good. We figured out for the gap that's gonna be between here, we're gonna put a piece of sheet metal with self threading bolts. So we're gonna do that. All right, so we're back. We already got this side finished. Everything looks really good. We already managed the wires and stuff, and then now we just gotta do the wiring for the headlights, and then we're gonna do the wiring for these lights right here. This one right here, which is gonna be the turn signal. So everything's coming out real good, and it looked great. I love it. It looks really good. We're gonna finish up, and then I'll show you guys how all the lights look together and how the car drives. Pretty much right now we're doing the wiring. We already got this all soldered up. It looks all really good.
This bulb was here.
Yeah, that bulb was right there.
Which was the side blinker that was right here on the car.
Yeah, it was the side blinker.
So we cut it and we added the new side blinker to it. And then this is for the headlight, daylight running light, and turn signal.
That's pretty much it. Now we're just gonna wrap this in electrical tape and tuck the wires real good, and then we're gonna take the Jeep out for a test drive. We're all done. We're all freaking finished. So everything's done. We got everything wired. We also replaced the hooks for the hood, so we put those brand new as well, and everything works perfectly fine. We're just gonna take it out right now and do a little test drive. I'm gonna show you a walk around of the Jeep real quick. So here we got the front. As you can see, the fender's like amazing. This kit is really good looking. Come over to this side as well. My favorite part about it is that you can see all the suspension components, so it's really cool. We come here around the back. We got the rear fenders as well. It looks great. It really does. Come around this way. That looks amazing. So, yep. So that's pretty much it. That's the end of this episode for the Wrangler. We do have lights on the way and a couple other mods, but I will be making separate videos on that. So catch you guys later on the next episode.